guys, it's Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making over a few Trash to Treasure projects for some of my winter decor. And this video is also in participation with Flippin Friday that is hosted by Jamie from Border Bananas. I will have her channel linked down below as well as the playlist for everybody else's videos. So as you see here, I'm using one of these sort of like decorative tags that I got at Walmart. One side is for Christmas, so I'm just going to work on the back. And you'll see that I started out dry brushing, seeing what that looked like to kind of just dry brush some white on there, and it looked ridiculous. So I ended up just painting the whole thing with my ivory chalk paint. And once my paint was dry, I just took a sanding block and sanded around the edges and then all over the piece just to bring some of that wood tone back through. If you watch any of my videos, you know I much prefer the distressed look. And created a vinyl decal. I wanted a very like wintry saying, so I made one that says silver winters that melt into spring, and I will have that link down below just in case you'd like to use it. And for this video I am using Arteza's black matte vinyl as well as their transfer tape. I love that the vinyl sheets come in a pre-cut 12 by 12 square. I much prefer that versus like the roll where you have to unroll it and then measure out how much you need and like cut it. I always struggle with that. So I think it's much more convenient to have them in pre-cut squares like this. And also their matte is like super matte in comparison to like the Cricut vinyl. And then their transfer tape just comes on a 12-inch roll, and I really love the transfer tape. I'll talk about that in a few seconds. But here's a closer look at the decal that I created. So when I have used transfer tape in my previous videos, you might remember that I've always been super frustrated because I have a terrible time getting any transfer tape to pick up my vinyl from the backing. I just can't get it to stick. And this is the first time here on camera that I've ever had it work on the first try after burnishing it down. So I will 100% from now on be using Arteza's transfer tape. And of course I will have both of these items linked down below in my description box in case you'd like to try them out as well. So after I applied my vinyl, I just went in and added my own little twine hanger. I actually think it would be really pretty with a ribbon on here, but here is how it turned out. To the next piece, I have this wooden sign that I found at the thrift store, and I'm just going to flip it over and work on the back. And I like that it had a wire hanger already added at the top. So instead of adding down vinyl onto my piece, I'm going to use it to make a stencil so I can use paint on the words that I'm taking out here. You know how to make a stencil, I'm sure. I'll have this link down below as well. I wanted to hang this next to some ice skates in my winter decor, so how you see it staged is not how I will actually be using it, but I thought the word ice pond would be cute with like a little arrow, so that's what I'm going to be doing for this piece. I did have to go in and add some masking tape around the edges of my stencil because I cut it way too close. So just a tip, if you've never made a stencil before, be sure to leave yourself plenty of room around the words so you don't get paint on your project. So after creating my little makeshift arrow, as you saw, I just took some 120 sandpaper and I roughed it up a bit to make it look more rustic, and here's how it turned out. Like I said, this is not how I plan on using it in my winter decor. This is obviously Christmas decor you see here, but I think it's going to look really cute with some real ice skates next to it. So this last DIY I actually saw on Pinterest, and I just thought it was a really cute way to add a winter touch to your decor, and you can use pine cones from your yard. I actually got these from the dollar spot during fall, so I think I start out with 6, but I only end up using 4 or 5 of them. But the first step is to take some white paint and add it to the edges of all of your pine cones so they look like kind of wintry and snow has fallen on them. Hot glue to glue them together the way you see me holding them here. I'm just going to add some hot glue near the top so that the top is facing inward, and then just glue them together in the shape of a little wreath. And then the final step is just adding a ribbon or a twine hanger, however you want to hang it. I chose a blue ribbon because I do want to mix in some blues for my winter decor this year, and I thought this silky one was really pretty. So I'm just going to loop it around in between 2 of the pine cones, and I tied it in a knot and then left myself some slack up at the top because that's where I'll be hanging it from. And then I added a little dollop of hot glue in between the 2 pine cones and secured the bow so it doesn't move around. And here's a look at how it turned out. Just super simple, and like I said, adds a wintry touch to your decor. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to check out the playlist below as well as Jamie's channel, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!